Hey guys, welcome to Miss Saw and Miss Matamore's math lesson for today. It's Module 5, Lesson 6. We're coming to you live from my kitchen where my dog seems to keep barking at birds outside. So I apologize if Peanut's interrupting our video. Hope you're all doing well. You made it through another week and we're going to continue with our math. I'm going to show you the volume here, and I know in the video Mr. Hotbecker showed you that if you do volume and then you put the little, it's called a subscript, of what letter you're trying to solve right here, that's the fancy mathematical way of showing you that this is the volume for this A box. This would be the volume, if I put it right here, excuse me, this would be the volume for this A box right here. This would be the volume for this B box right there. So we're going to use that same subscript because you might as well learn it now. Makes you a lot smarter. It's one less thing to memorize in middle school. All right, we have two different size boxes here, so the regular volume would not work unless we cut it up. It's composed, this is composed of a shorter box and a longer box. So we have to look at those two boxes. I'm going to label this box A and this box B. Okay, so I'm going to write it up here where we have some room. So volume of box A is going to be length times width. So we have the length, the width, and height. So box A, the length right here is 13. So right here is 13. So we know that's how long the box is. So the length is 13. The width, you're thinking there is no width, but if you look down here, the width of box B is 2 right here. And they're sitting on top of each other perfectly. It doesn't show me that either one is shorter or not as deep. So that means this width right here is also 2 on this box. So the width is 2, and then the height is right here. This 2 right here is talking about how tall that box is. So 13 times 2 times 2. I know that 2 times 2 is 4. So 4 times 13. 13 times 4. I don't have my 13s memorized, but I can figure it out pretty fast. 4, 8, 12, carry the 1, 4, that would be 5. So that would equal 52 inches cubed for box A. So it's 52 inches cubed. And then box B, I'm going to change to a purple pen just so you can see box B. Box B, the volume is length times width times height. This length is 5. This width is still 2. And the height right here says 4 for both boxes together. Well, I know if box A is 2 and 2 of them together is 4, that means box B right here, this part of box B right there is only 2 because 4 minus 2 is 2. So it's also 2 high. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. So 5 times 4 equals 20. 20 inches cubed. So if I have my 52 plus my 20, because this one's 52, this one is 20, that's going to be 72 inches cubed for box A and B together. Okay? And again, you don't have to write out your solutions. We just showed you how to solve it all. All right? If you need to pause the video here to look over the math, please pause it. Also, I have this printed out neater and linked also to your videos page. All right, now if we're looking at section C, problem C, I'm going to label this E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. You can choose whatever letters you want. Usually we do A, B, C, anything like that. So volume of box E, I'm going to put volume of E. Length times width times height. The length right here is 66 millimeters. Excuse me, 6 millimeters. That makes the problem a lot easier. The width, again, the width would be this part right here, this part right here. This one also is this part right here, and this box, they're all the same width. You can see that here, and we can see the width down here is 3 meters for all 3 boxes. So the width is 3, and the height of this one, it says 4 millimeters right here, 4 millimeters right here, and 5 millimeters. So that means box E is only 4 millimeters high. So if I do that, I have length times width times height. So I have 3 times 4, which would be 12. 12 times 6, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. That would be 72 millimeters cubed because we're counting by millimeters. I'm going to switch pens to a red pen just so it's easier to see. So for F, this part is 5, but then this part right here I know from E above is 6, so 5 plus 6 would give me this whole line all the way across. So 5 plus 6 is 11. So I know that this is going to be 11 across. The length is 11. I know the width on all of these is 3. And then the height of this one is 4, because it tells me that right here. 4. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 11 is 132. When I was a kid, they made us memorize our 11 and 12 facts, so that's why I know that one so easily. Then our last math problem right here is volume of G. So my G right here, we have a length. Well, this length right here is 11, right? So if this is 11 on E, that means the bottom part of, or excuse me, on F. If box F is 11 across this way, then box F is 11 across on the bottom too. But they're telling us that this 8 millimeters is open space. So if this from here to here is 11 and from here to here is 8, then that means this right here must be 3, because these two numbers together have to equal the whole length of box F. So 11 minus 8 would be 3. So I know that it's 3 millimeters across. I know that it's 3 millimeters wide. And I know that it's 5 millimeters high, because it tells me that right here. So 3 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5, excuse me, 3 times 3 is 9. I accidentally added them. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45 millimeters cubed. So if I take all 3 of these numbers and I add them together, okay, if I take 72 plus 132 plus the 45, I'm going to end up with 249, and it's millimeters cubed. Okay, so 249 millimeters cubed is the answer for these 3 boxes that when I put them together, they're called a composite shape. And again, I didn't get that quite in the frame. So there you guys go. And again, I will write this all out and I will print it up and attach it so that you guys can see it a little bit easier. All right, I will see you guys on part B.